Greetings, Libra, and welcome to my YouTube channel, One Who Sees Tarot. This is going to be a special reading, a specialized reading for the next 10 days. I'm going to call this next 10 days the full moon cycle, if you will. The full moon, as you probably know, will be tonight or tomorrow morning, either way you want to look at it, September 2nd at 1:22 a.m. And I've suggested to all of my listeners to listen to a horoscope and astrologer on YouTube. There are a couple of very good ones. Listen to them and see how the full moon is going to affect you specifically. But I want to do a reading to look at the predictions for the next 10 days and for this cycle. What kind of energies are the full moon going to bring up and going to set us in motion for? Okay, so the spirit guide has already been invoked and the cards have been anointed, shuffled, and cut according to the amount of times and directions given to me by my spirit guide. And so, with your kind permission, may I begin a look at and an interpretation of the sacred tarot for you for this time cycle. Very good. All right, Libra. So, Libra, you have some. I see where you've cut some people off. I see where you've cut some people off and you've blocked some people. You've actually pushed some people away because you realize that you were dealing with a selfish energy, a very me, not we energy. So you realize that. Uh, it's also caused you to kind of pull back from feeling comfortable connecting with others intimately. I see that. And I do see also that there's been this not a not necessarily conflict, but there's been this negative talk, this impulsive, irrational, impatient, negative talk in your mind about relationships and about your future. Even if you are keeping it a secret, the cards are telling the story. I will say this though, during this cycle, consider this. The Tower card is in reverse, right in the center of your reading. The Tower card in reverse is being supported by the Empress card. Now, these are giving powerful messages for you during this cycle. The message for you for this full moon and as you move into the autumnal equinox and moving into October is to rebuild. The Tower card shows where something has fallen, something has crumbled, a belief system, faith in someone, relationship. But now, because it's in reverse, it talks about, okay, now it's time to rebuild. The Empress card is supporting that effort by saying this is a time to rebuild and to be creative. The Empress card also, uh, although it's not directly related to you necessarily, but it is part of your genre. It's part of your energy because it is the energy of creativity. It is the energy of thinking outside the box, producing many things at one time. It's about energy. It's about abundance. I believe the Empress card is the Venus card, I believe, and that is your ruling sign, or that's your ruling planet, I should say. So the Empress card is definitely talking to you, Libra. It's definitely telling you this is a time for you to be creative, definitely a time for you to understand that this is going to be an abundance time for you. As you move forward, you're going to have more than enough resources to manage your affairs. You're going to have enough money to manage. You're going to have enough money to take care of all of your responsibilities. You may be juggling them. You may have to do a little this to do that. I get it. But it's going to be there and it's going to work out fine. I do see a change in your money. I want to get to that in a few seconds. I definitely see you making good decisions, and I also see you being very wise to wait before you allow yourself to be connected. It doesn't mean that you don't connect. I don't want you to get those two things mixed up. This is a time to rebuild. This is a time to reconfigure your identity, and it's also a time for you to date other people. Now, when I say date, I don't mean that this is a time for you to commit. I mean, this is a time for you to go have some fun, come back home at the end of the night, and just enjoy. Just enjoy yourself. Allow yourself the freedom to rebuild and to express yourself. Alrighty? I definitely see another card that is very, very instrumental in your growth. It is the High Priestess card. I love this card. It's one of my favorite cards. The High Priestess card talks about spirituality. It talks about you following your instinct. It talks about you following that voice that speaks to you, that doesn't speak to me or anybody else. It speaks to you privately. It's definitely a good time. If you get a hunch about something, follow that hunch. If you get a feeling about someone, follow that feeling. This is a good time for long distance communications and making plans for travel. This is a good time for making plans for travel. I definitely see where there's going to be some celebration ahead for you, definitely, and you can't have a celebration without things to celebrate. I talked about the Empress card a few moments ago, and now there's a card that's speaking directly to that Empress card. It's the Magician. And the Magician card in an upright position is talking about you enjoying and learning more and exposing more of your talents and your wonderful ideas and your wonderful abilities, right? Your abilities to communicate and to understand and to cut through the nonsense. These are talents, right? I also see you breaking free from some things that had you feeling stuck. Very, very good, very, very positive. You're going to be making a solid decision very soon. There's going to be an end to conflict, and you're going to come out of your little comfort zone and try new things too. Stay blessed, Libra. I hope you like this reading. I hope this full moon cycle blesses your life.